Welcome to another episode of RV Renovation Friends. Today we'll be giving my roof some much needed love and turning it from this to this. But before we start, I just want to say that I am not a professional by any means. There are many ways to protect your RV roof, and this is just the way that I chose to based on my own research. I make these videos as someone who is doing this completely on my own without any background knowledge or experience. I am just figuring it out as I go and taking you along with me for the ride. Anyway, I hope you stay a while and enjoy this video. To start off, you'll need to clean your RV roof pretty well. I just use this Dawn soap with this regular old kitchen brush, as well as this pool cleaning brush that my sister let me borrow. Guys, this roof is still so dirty. I feel like I'm just getting all the dirt up, but I don't have a power washer or anything to actually let it go. So I'm literally gonna have to fill so many buckets of water just to get the dirt off. Okay, so to get to the roof, what we're actually going to be doing in today's video, I bought my Henry Tropi-cool silicone roof coating, which is a big investment. But I feel good about it. I feel like I've done a lot of research, and all the research told me was to use this. So, you know what? I think it will be worth it in the long run. Apparently there's a 50 max warranty or something, and it will last you for years, and you just won't have to worry about your roof leaking or anything like that. So to me, that's worth it. Okay, this is very important. You want to get another kind of bucket to pour some of this in here. The reason for that is if you're doing this by yourself like I am, you're not going to be able to carry a 5-gallon bucket of this sealant. So yeah, you definitely need a smaller or just another container where you can put a little bit in at a time and haul it up there whenever you need to. It's funny because researching all of these topics, when you're doing it by yourself, especially if you're a woman, you're just kind of in the back of your head thinking, how am I going to be able to do this? And just thinking of every possible way that you might need someone else's help. And I read a lot of comments with other women asking the same thing. So I know that's, something that you have to consider. But it can definitely be done, and that's why I want to make these videos to show other women that it can be done, and you can do it by yourself. You don't need another person, another man, and yeah. One thing I was unsure of is whether or not to replace the old caulking that's been on here. I read online if it's cracking and it can be easily taken up, then you should replace it. But when I lift this up, it's easily coming off just in my fingers. But it's peeling up the ceiling. There's delamination here. So I'm kind of worried if it's just better to just keep it on there and caulk over it. Okay guys, it is the next day. First I'm going to clean it with some isopropyl alcohol, and then do the Eternabond tape, and then do the silicone. So that's a lot to do. Hopefully I can get it done. We'll see. So I ended up using this degreaser. Initially, however, I wasn't sure if it was actually the right detergent to use, so I just played it safe and wiped it all down with rubbing alcohol as well. I went with this tape because I saw that a lot of RVers use it and trust it, and they see great results with it, as the primer on the tape creates an almost impossible to break bond between the tape and the surface. I can see why people recommend doing this with 2 people. It's so hard, like without someone else like guiding it, it just falls, and once it falls, you just have to work with it because it's stuck. Ugh. But eventually, I got the hang of it. After positioning the tape where you want it, I take this little piece of scrap wood and my X-Acto knife and just cut my piece with the wood underneath. Then I use that same piece to keep the tape in place while I remove the film and apply the tape. I do this part very slowly and carefully to keep the tape exactly where I want it and to be sure not to get any air bubbles in. The tape is pressure activated and needs to be firmly pressed down on when applied. Eternabond recommends using their steel roller, but that was just another expense I didn't think was completely necessary, so I just used my paint rollers. I pressed down as hard as I could, and because I'm a perfectionist and have anxiety, I even took the wood piece and used it to firmly press down all over the tape pretty much, and especially at the creases. Here you can see I'm taking the wood and kind of pressing down and making an indentation just for extra precaution. Okay guys, I'm almost done with the Eternabond tape. I just have to do the ladder things and then finish adding another layer to the seams on the front and back. In the meantime, cover up any place that is sketchy near the tape, like anywhere that water could potentially get in, and then just any other sketchy areas, which is recommended by the Henry Tropi-cool brand before applying the roof sealant. This is kind of like an extra precaution. So yeah, I'm gonna do that and then finish the tape. I ended up running out of the Eternabond tape, so I'm gonna have to order some more because I still have to cover the refrigerator vent and then these little ones here, and also kind of want to get the 6-inch. Maybe I'll just get a 4-inch and just add it to here. And then same thing over here. It's not as big as I'd like, and I definitely want to cover up that ugly yellow tape. But yeah, we'll pick it up another day. Guys, I am going to make the roof happen today. I don't know what day it is of this project, but we are back, y'all, and we're gonna make it happen. Finally, we are doing the tropical sealant on top of the roof, which is the last step. So yeah. One thing about the silicone roof coating is that it will get absolutely everywhere and it will not come off. I think the only thing that makes it come off is acetone. Please wear gloves, guys. I did try to apply this as best as I could horizontally so that I could do the second layer vertically, since they recommend doing that. And then, as you can see, I'm just pouring out the silicone onto my roof directly and applying it that way. And at this point, I was so tired and my arms started to just hurt so bad, and then the silicone is so thick it's making the brush come off, and it was just a mess, y'all. For the very last parts, I just got up on my ladder like this and tried my hardest to hold on while filling it all out. But it worked. And this is the finished result. I'm so happy with how it came out and proud of myself for doing all of this. It was so much work, but I really think it'll be worth it in the long run. I hope you enjoyed this video and found it helpful in some way. If you have any questions at all, just comment down below. As always, thank you for being here with me and supporting and showing love in any way. I truly appreciate it.